Yes, people, so a bit of good news, also bad news. A mother whose two sons were actually abused by a fucking pedo bacon. She actually took the law into her own hands and ended his life. And guess what? Initially, she got 3.5 years because of the mitigation. The mitigation is the fact that this old beastie bastard raped her two sons, which is enough mitigation for anybody. That sort of mitigation should be enough to get a suspended sentence. If some beast does that to your fucking kids, then yes, you're entitled to end them. And you should not spend longer than 12 months in prison. So here I'm going to read it out, but yes, I'm doing the videos out here because, like I say, I'm in Vietnam for about a week and the videos are still coming fast and clear, but obviously I haven't got my podcast room, so I'm coming out here and I'm doing the videos in, well, outside. I was going to say in public. It is in public, but it's better than doing it inside my room because the room's too dark. Out here it seems a little bit better, but there will be a variety of different locations, people, where I am doing the videos. So, a mother who stabbed a convicted pedophile to death after discovering he had sexually abused her 3 sons has revealed her one lasting regret. Sarah Sands, and Sarah, if you're watching this, which I guarantee you probably will be, or your friends will be, please get in touch with Sarah and tell Sarah to get in touch with me, come on my channel and put her point across. She can explain everything, talk about prison, talk about what she done, and talk about what happened to her poor sons. So Sarah Sands from Silverton in East London knifed 77-year-old Michael Peado 8 times in 2014 after he refused to admit to the abuse and was bailed ahead of his trial. Bailed ahead of the trial. This is what I mean about the fucking UK law and the UK system. What more fucking evidence do you need? A mother who's went to the coppers with her 3 sons. All 3 sons have seen this old fucking pervert bastard has abused them. So what do they do? He says, oh no, it wasn't me, I didn't do anything. All I done was offer them a biscuit. And he got bailed. Can you believe that? But it's a good job he got bailed because he got fucking murdered afterwards. Police said who had changed his name from Robin Morton to conceal a past riddled with child bacon offences, had befriended Sands and her boys after they moved to the area. Posing as a grandfatherly figure, he had begun and welcomed into the family. But when her sons Bradley, 12, 11-year-old twins Alfie and Reese revealed they had been molested by him, Sands called the police. I'm going to go back and refer to the first name because I hate it when these articles, what I'm reading from, say Sands. It's not fucking Sands. Her name's Sarah. It's the same with the victims. They always say the victim's second name. Show some respect, you journalist bastards, and do the fucking honest thing and say the first name. Right, 2 seconds where we are now, so 2 seconds while I get this back up, people, because it has just disappeared. So here we go. So Sarah despite being charged, police did granted bail and returned to his flat was just a stone's throw from the family's home. So imagine that. and you expect her not to fucking do something. She's probably a bit of a drinker, like the majority of people are. Imagine sitting on a night time, couple of glasses of wine or a bottle of cider, depending on what estate you live on. But imagine having a bottle of cider and sitting there and thinking that your kids are in bed and they're having fucking nightmares about what someone done who lives just there. What are you going to do? You're going to go to his door, smash the fucker down and butcher the bastard, because that's exactly what he deserves. So Sandra, like I've just said about the alcohol, Sandra, having consumed alcohol, confronted him with a 30-centimetre kitchen knife and killed him in what court described as a determined and sustained attack. Good on ya. So a 30-inch knife, 8 times. So she plunged that 30-centimetre, 1 foot long, bush, 8 times into the Peado. The Peado is no more. Sarah was convicted of manslaughter rather than murder after the jury accepted she had lost control, which you can imagine. If you are not a decent parent, you wouldn't agree with this. If you are a decent parent, someone who loves your kids and would protect them to the very end, then you will agree with everything that I'm saying and everything that Sandra done. She was initially jailed for 3.5 years, later increased to 7.5. She served almost 4 years behind bars before her release. So she had a decent judge on the day. The judge took sympathy and said, right, I'm only going to give you 3.5 years for murdering the bastard. But then they took it to the appeal courts. And what do they do? Give her 7 years, double her sentence. What a massive blow. Spending them extra time away from her kids, the ones that need her the most. Not bad enough that happening to them, but then losing the mother because the mother took revenge into her own hands. In a recent interview, she was asked whether she had any regrets. Holding back tears, she replied, only one. Letting him anywhere near us, that's all. She then paused, visibly shaken, and added that this still haunts her to this day, which it will do. A decent mother. An old man comes along, 70-odd-year-old, starts being nice, and over a matter of months, 5-6 months, you think, oh, he's a canny bloke, I know him, he seems well. You would start trusting them. Do not trust people. Do not trust people. Do not let strangers into your house. This is another reason why I do this channel. Because I educate people. I done it one where some daft fucking lass had been with a boyfriend for 3 weeks. He purposely went on to Tinder to look for a pregnant woman with a newborn child. That daft thicko left the child in the house with him while she went out partying. What happened? She came back. The baby was torn in half of what he'd done to her. The baby got took to hospital. Luckily it survived and he got lifed off, I think. But this is what people sometimes say like, what's the point in talking about this all the time? The point is to bring awareness and also let everybody know about these bacons, and do not let them near your kids. That's my main reason. I have 4 children myself. Do not let strangers or bacon, wait, you wouldn't know if it was a bacon. If it was a bacon, you wouldn't let it near your kid anywhere. But these women that meet men on nights out or meet men on Tinder, after 2 weeks, they are in love. They bring them into the family home. They bring them around their children. They let them sleep in the bedroom next door to their 2-year-old children. Their partner passes out, and the newly partner creeps in to the bedroom of the child and does that. Physically disgusting bastard. So it says now that Sandra is free. She says she's continued to live with severe depression, anxiety, PTSD. She described how every day remains a battle and revealed that yoga, meditation and exercise are her lifelines. And that's exactly what I promote on my other channel, and that's what I promote on my book, which I wrote inside our prison. She also said she has finally forgiven herself for killing, though it took years. You might have forgiven yourself, but you don't regret it. Sandra, you do not regret it, baby. You do not regret that. You might have forgiven yourself for it, because you can do. Forgive yourself for what you done. But what you done was heroic. And I'm sure every single one of my subscribers, if they're still watching now, will put in the comments, Sandra is a fucking hero, a heroine. So, any more on here? So it goes on to say neighbours had no idea of his true identity or his criminal history. Sarah has since called for a change in the law to stop pedophiles from changing their names to hide their past, which I honestly truly believe in myself. Like we say, there's things like Sarah's law, Sarah Payne, there's a few different laws where if you're worried about someone or you know someone or someone's coming into your family home, you can go to the police and request information and they have to give you it. But what if the fucking bacon has changed his name? Any amount of bacons are changing their fucking names. I've just done a video there on somebody, if you go and have a watch. William Andrews goes by Billy Andy or something like that. He's changing his name and he is an utter fucking bacon. So if someone pulls him in the street and says, I recognise you, are you such and such? Oh no, that's not me. Here's me ID, here's me driver's license. I've got a different name, so they'll get away with it. Fuck the different name. Do not be allowed to change the names. I'm behind you on this one, Sandra. Get a petition up and running. I'll share it on here. Do not let paedophiles change their names. Ian Huntley changed his name once. Levi Belfield changed his name to a fucking Muslim name. I can't even remember the fucking name of it. Something Hussein. And all these fucking dirty rotten pedos changed their names so that they are not noticed when they are released. Anyways, people, I'm going to leave that one there for now. But like I say, just because I'm aware, I am not going to stop delivering you these videos. But like I say, because I'm not in my podcast room with me mic, with me podcast, with me laptop, I've got to try and do a split screen thing on my phone. Sometimes I've got to pause, but we don't give a fuck. It's authentic, it's real, it's me, Ricky Colleen, authentic Rick. And like I say, I'm doing these videos just to promote public health and help people from the community and expose these bacons. Enjoy the rest of your day, people, and most importantly, stay safe.